Hello everybody, welcome to the Third Door channel. My name is Blake Chalfant. I am your host for today. Today's episode is all going to be about our inner knowing, finding our truth, and connecting with our path. But before we get going, I would just love to take a breath with all of you and letting it all out. So inner knowing, finding our truth. I cannot tell you how many people that I've worked with and just friends calling me who are struggling come back with the same issues of feeling like they're just going through the motions, feeling like they're living someone else's life, and just feeling so disconnected from any sense of passion or feeling excited for life. They just feel very burnt out. And I think that that is actually a big place that most humans are at right now in life. Some worse than others, but most people are on that spectrum of, just kind of feel like we don't really know what we're doing. We're a little bit lost. We're a little bit just going through the motions and kind of doing what we think we're supposed to be doing, right? We're all just doing, what we think we're supposed to be doing. And so just to share a little bit about my own story with that, that was very much the story of just going to school, getting the good enough grades, playing a sport, and then I'm going to go to college where I'm going to get good enough grades, and then I'm going to get an internship, and then I'm going to be a businessman doing a job where I make a good amount of money, and then I'm going to have a family, kids, wife, a nice house, a nice car, and that was that. That's the main story. And what didn't come in that story was, what do I really want to do? Do I really want to be a businessman or sell health insurance, or does that really actually feel alive to me? Like, does that feel like where my passion is? The answer was no. But it's so important that we understand, the track that we're on, maybe why we're on that track. I think for a lot of us, it's because that is what our environment has programmed us to think that we should be doing. For a lot of us, it's our exposure to the adults in our environment. What did our parents do? What did they make us believe that we're going to do? Maybe your parents told you you were going to be a doctor, or you were going to run the family business, or, largely our parents and our environment are shaping our path, shaping what we think is possible for us in this life, shaping what we believe we should be doing, what jobs we should have, what kind of life we should be living. It's all these shoulds. But most of the time, all of these shoulds are not aligned with who you really are, your own inner knowing, what path you're actually being called to do. And so that's the process we're on, is we're peeling back these layers of all the conditioning, all of the shoulds, all the pressure from our culture of, you need to make more money, you need to make a lot of money, you need to achieve material success, you need to have a nice car, all these things. When we can get past that, tapping back into our own inner callings, what's feeling most alive for us, what do we really want to do? The thing is, a lot of times over our life, that inner voice within us gets silenced, right? Maybe it's our parents saying, oh, you can't do that. We don't do that kind of thing. Or that's for those kinds of people. And on top of all that, it's scary to honor this. It's scary to honor the path that's coming through you, to honor your own inner knowing, to be kind of going out on your own limb in the culture we live in. Most people don't do that. Most people don't listen to themselves. Most people look outside of themselves and ask, okay, what should I be doing? Right? What should I be doing? Oh, I see all these people doing this. Okay, I'm going to follow that and do that. Right? How often do people actually go, okay, that's great, what's going on out there? I'm going to come inside, listen in closely, and feel what feels right for me. We're so unique. Not one of us is the same. What's right for me is not going to be right for you or you or you. It's my unique path. So that's what we're coming back to. And yeah, it is uncomfortable. You know what's comfortable? Doing the same thing that everyone else is doing the thing your parents have done, doing what is accepted by your environment. That's so comfortable and it feels safe. And you're not going to get judgment for doing that. The only person that is going to judge you is maybe going to be yourself. Because on the inside, you're sad that you're not doing what you really love. Or you're not, you know, you're living inside the box, and it's terrifying to break out of it. You know what is super scary is listening to your inner knowing, is trusting yourself, and is walking the path of what feels right for you. It's terrifying. Most people will look at you for being different, for being weird. And there is going to be some people who celebrate you and who see the change in you, who just see like, oh my gosh, I can just tell they're just happier. They're going to celebrate you. And it makes me just think about like, when you're in the presence of someone who's really connected to themselves and who's really kind of walking the path that feels, you can just tell it's them, they're walking their path. You can just feel it. There's like this tangible quality inside those kinds of people. It's kind of contagious. And on the contrary, you can feel it when someone's just burnt out and they're just so unfulfilled with life. You can feel it. And so I'm really just saying that to echo how much an effect listening to yourself, following your inner knowing has on your health and on the health of people around you. When you are following your path and you are following your truth, you are bringing such a gift to this earth because it's going to affect every person that you cross on your path. You're going to be able to show up better for yourself, show up better for others. You're going to be able to love yourself more, love others more. I mean, it creates such a catastrophic domino effect. It's unbelievable. So I really want to encourage you that yes, it's scary at first maybe and uncomfortable. And it's a path that not many people are walking these days. But it is where we are being called as a species right now, as humans. I really feel like the evolution of the human race right now, this is a big piece of it. Because most people are just living the lives that their environment is telling them that they should be, that their upbringing has made them believe that they should live. And we're seeing the results of the ways that we have been living as a species. I mean, just the mental health crisis we're in. I mean, suicide rates. And I think those are maybe the extremes, but in the huge gray area in between, I think it's just a lot of people who aren't very fulfilled with life, who know that there's something more. And I believe a big piece of that is this environmental programming that we're constantly repeating with each new generation and generation. And it can stop right now with you and how you decide to live your life. Can we come to a place where we celebrate each other's differences? Can we come to a place where we hold each other's hands as we begin tapping into ourselves, into our true selves, tapping into our own inner knowing? Can we begin to trust each other and celebrate each other as we step more into who we are, even when that means that I'm different than you? That is where we're being called. Not outsourcing our power to everything else, not looking everywhere outside of us for the answers, but looking inside of ourselves, because you are the only one who has the answer for yourself. Because there's no one on this planet that is the exact same as you. People will be able to give you advice. No one will tell you how to live your life the way that is wanting to be expressed through you. And it is also worth mentioning that there is a lot of people who make a lot of money off of the fact that people do not trust their own inner knowing. I mean, think our medical system. It is, you have a symptom, I'm going to give you a drug that temporarily makes the symptom go away, but we're not going to actually cure the disease, right? You keep going back for more money because you're just tired and you don't feel good and you're just like, someone make me feel better. That's just one example, but all the advertisements on TV, I mean, the fact that we are so lost from our own inner knowing and look for the answers outside of us, look for the cures outside of us, there is some people who make so much money off of that. And I don't want that to take away from the rest of this video, but it is worth noting that not everyone is operating from the good of their hearts. And there are some people who are very hungry for money and power, and we are feeding that. So it is time that we take back our own power, not because I want to take down these corporations or whatever. Just do it for yourself. Just do it for your own happiness and fulfillment in life. Do it for your own fulfillment and finding deeper layers of passion in life. I am not an expert on this, but I have walked my own path with it and have a lot of lived experience with it. And there's times that are hard with it. And there's times where it's scary and uncomfortable. And I am so incredibly grateful for it. And it is so worth it. I mean, for those of you who are searching for the depths, the deep layers of fulfillment in this life, I mean, I think deep down we all are. Many of us avoid that and don't search for it in life, but we're all just want to feel whole on the inside. We all want to feel what happiness feels like. And I don't think we can actually achieve that if we're disconnected from who we are. And so just know there's so many people that are screaming your name on the sideline every step of the way that you step more into who you are. And you got this. Truly, you got this. There's so many others who are on the same boat as you. We're all in this together. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and catch me in my next video. Thank you.